Hello and welcome to episode 6 of High Score. This is the first episode based off of a pre-existing game, Undertale. I think it's gonna be really fun, I hope. But basically, I came up with this tune the other day that I was like, hey, that sounds like something that Toby Fox would write. And I had the idea, that's gonna be the next High Score. I'm going to create my own original character that fits within the world of Undertale, and then compose 2 tracks for him. A friendly theme, and a battle theme. Because as Undertale goes, everyone you meet, you eventually battle. So let's jump in. What's my death animation gonna be? So what I'm really hoping for in this episode is to channel the spirit of Toby Fox, compose a new character theme that he might have written. Yep. So this bass line I have here is a bit tense, I think, and I want to save that for the battle version. Let's try and make something friendlier. It's kind of jaunty, kind of jovial. It almost sounds like a seafaring captain to me. Like he could also be like the same species as Undyne, but he's like middle-aged, like totally friendly, like Asgore, like totally down-to-earth guy. But he has quite the tale to tell about all those voyages across the 7 seas. Only there aren't any seas in the underground. Maybe he has many a tale to talk about his great-great-grandfather on the surface who sailed the 7 seas. Loophole. That's not bad. It's kind of cute. And then, ooh, the second part. That's very piratey. Okay. Yeah! Onto the bass line. Yeah, I like that. So we know that Toby Fox's DAW is Fruity Loops, and he actually used a lot of those pre-included synths. So after some searching, I eventually tracked down the exact instrument Toby Fox used in Papyrus's theme. Thank you very much to everyone involved in this. You're doing the Lord's work, very helpful. That's pretty close. The funny thing with the noise percussion is that's your hi-hat. And this is, I don't know, that's a snare. And that's a kick. This is how video games back in the day made fire. It was just the noise channel at a low pitch. I mean, Game Boy was the pinnacle of that, because what else are you gonna do in a 4-bit system but 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it seems like there's just these 3 simple elements, and you have an Undertale theme. So now I'm going to finish this up by making this pirate character a reality. What if my guy is like, I'm entering total fanfiction mode, he's like Undyne's grandpa, or like uncle. What if this is like Undyne's cool uncle that she doesn't get to see all the time, but like he visits at like Christmas and like birthdays and stuff. Of course, he's got the pirate's hat and an eye patch too. And like the trench coat. Is it going too far to give him a hook for a hand? No parrots. Okay, I'm gonna draw this guy despite having no... It'll become apparent soon enough, but let's just start. I actually have to borrow from my sister. I have never used one of these in my life. Okay, here goes. Start with a hat. Oh yeah, this guy's a stud. Some fabric-y stuff. Those lines are terrible. Cuffs. Gentle. I could literally do a better job with a mouse at this point. Mittens. No, I just don't like to draw hands. Let's finish up those legs. Yeah, okay. Alright, this dude's almost done. Now for some colors. I'm going to base this off of Undyne's palette, obviously. And almost done. And now to name this guy. Is there a real-life species that kind of looks like Undyne, maybe? Oh, just make those teeth yellow, and what do you get? Yeah, I'm gonna name this guy Barry after Barracuda. I normally do this on DeviantArt, but I'm just going to do it through YouTube. Everyone, please, warm welcome to my new OC, Captain Barry. Yeah, there's a reason I'm a musician. Well, in any case, here's the track I made for him. So now comes the really interesting part. How do I turn this fun little tune into a battle theme? So I plugged in some Undertale plugins. That's so redundant. I got some Undertale plugins. I actually haven't used plugins in the history of High Score. I don't know why, but I just had a blast just figuring out, like, hey, that was used in this track, and that was used in that track. Oh, this is awesome. I was like giddy, because like, oh my gosh, that's from Metaton's theme. No. No. That's wow. So anyway, I found this piano, and it sounds like this. It sounds really, really cool. That sounds so wonderful already. Oh, the drums on this are gonna be so fun. Yeah, something like that. Okay, I just added a ton of stuff. Let me break it down. I updated the bass by doubling both the fingerstyle bass and the 80s pop bass for major funkiness. I added a super cool piano line because I know Toby loves piano. I picked out a new synth that I think embodies the spirit of Undertale pretty well. And last but not least is the addition I'm most proud of. Do you recall how Undyne's theme features the harpsichord? Well, I thought it would be really cute and fitting to include harpsichord in Captain Barry's theme, just to further solidify the bond that those two characters share, because they're family. Plus, it's a really cool sounding plugin. And did you catch that that bass line is lifted directly from the friendly version? Every note is the same, but just because of this new context, it feels like a whole nother song. And I think that is the core of leitmotif and Toby's just like take on how to score for a game. So with all of those updates I just covered, this is what the track sounds like now. Super freaking cool. I'm happy with it. I'm almost done with the track, but the very last thing I'd like to do is add a new section. So let's tackle that tomorrow. I'm gonna try something crazy here, and I'm just gonna play something on impulse. Take two. Well, I messed up pretty early on, but I like that start. Let's develop that further. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad, actually. All that's left is to name the track. But it would not be at all Toby-like to just name it Captain Barry Battle Theme. That's when I remember that Undyne's battle theme is actually called Nga! Clearly a battle cry to initiate the fight. So of course now Captain Barry's gotta have his own battle cry, something pirate related. My very first thought was something like Shiver Me Timbers, which is stupid. But then I thought a little harder, and I'm like, Avast Ye. So I imagine that whatever you do to tick Captain Barry off, when he launches into the fight, he does so with a hearty Avast Ye. Please enjoy the finished track. Thank you muchly for making it to the end of the episode. I'm glad I splurged for the expensive ones. This is where it's at. Well, if you're new here, then let me just say that there are 5 other episodes of High Score currently available, but the difference with those is that they're based off of more general themes, like racing, desert, beach, stuff like that, forest. This is the first episode based off of a pre-existing game, and since I like how this turned out so much, because it's just fun to think, like, what would Toby do in this situation, or how can I do it to make it more Toby-esque? Like, I definitely want to do that with more games in the future going on. This has been fun. If you, like me, like the Undertale soundtrack, then stay tuned for the debut of my new series, OST Scrutiny, the first episode of which will be Undertale. In this series, I take a look at my favorite games' soundtracks and try to explain what makes them so great or so effective. I'm starting this new thing called Underappreciated Musician Shoutout, and that's basically where I try to spread the word about some of my favorite, yet criminally underviewed YouTube cover musicians. This week's shoutout is Bassoonify. He's got about 3,000 subs, and yes, he plays the bassoon. Not only that, though, he plays it better than anyone else I've seen on YouTube, and he loves video games, including Undertale. Here are some of my favorite Undertale covers from him. think that sounded super rad, then please go check out Bassoonify. That's all for me. If you like this concept for a series, I'd really appreciate it if you could share it around with your friends and family. Thanks to my patron Cell, and thank you for watching. Is there like a famous line from Undertale that I would be remiss to not repeat right now as I go away? Oh yeah, fill you. This episode of High Score has filled you with determination. My lights are falling down. Oh. Oh man! Just a little paper, just a little synthetic dye, but wow. Oh, that's bad.